Did you miss me? No, I'm BZB.
Did you miss me? I'm Adrian.
And Danae.
And this is But
Actually,
Decent. The
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 podcast.
podcast.
Bum, bum, bum,
What's up,
Hey.
bum.
guys? How's everybody doing?
Greetings, greetings. Hola, come on, stop. Oh, Danae, what's that?
Apple cider.
I was gonna guess papaya juice and Hennessy or something.
It is very thick looking, huh?
Yeah, but it looks good. Are y'all? And this is so random, and I'm sorry, I'm not going with the flow. But do y'all like
Right.
eggnog?
Never been
Hell,
eggnog, girl.
I've
I was
never
about to
had
cut you
eggnog.
clean out, clean
Really?
out.
Never. Now
It's
I
just
will
something about.
do
Go ahead.
I will do a little coquito.
I don't
A
even know what that
little.
is.
Mm.
Like
I'm about to
booger
get
sugar?
y'all some. No.
Oh, I was about to say you got something to
No.
tell me.
No.
I know
No.
basketball season is tough, but God, law.
No, it ain't that tough. I went to the Booger Sugar. Coquito. Y'all never heard of Coquito? It's like a people drink it around the holidays. It is of some kind of Latin. I think it's Puerto Rican. Um, kind of like a spice. It's alcohol. Forget it, but not cocaine.
Yeah, no.
I just really
Let's
want
not
that.
forget it. Let's not forget it because I want to try some coquito.
Okay,
Drink
I
I want
will.
to try some
I
Coke.
will
You
come
know,
up on it. A little Coke. That's what
This is
coquito
in the
means.
a
best
little
mess.
Coke
Okay.
ain't never hurt nobody.
Oh,
Well,
no, yes, it
Well,
has. It's hurt
well.
a bunch. Did y'all hear about
It,
Denzel?
what about him? He
here's
got a
He said
movie
he
something.
coming
did a
out on
little.
Friday,
He said he did a little coke.
Oh,
He
and like
did.
before
I mean, before he said he shot
when he
up
was
too.
younger.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
when he
okay.
was yeah.
That's okay. Everybody did coke.
Y'all not shocked?
No.
No,
Oh wow.
because I think I read his
Really?
story. He didn't start. He didn't start acting till I think he was in his 20s or something. But he was just kind of lost. He didn't. He really couldn't find his way. So
Oh man.
he was still trying to figure it out, you know. And while we on this topic of Denzel, so I know he had the son of John David. He got
Uh,
another son that looked just like John David. He looked just
oh,
like
I
him.
didn't know. I
They
thought it
look
was
like
just
they look
John
like fraternal
David.
twins. No, it's
Is he
two of them.
younger or
It's not a
older?
body double. I
Wow.
think he might be younger
Okay.
because
And so
because
Pauletta didn't have
John
nothing to do with that. The boys look just
and
like
then
their daddy. No, because I feel like they look like her. Well, John
they look
David
like
look
their
like her.
mama.
I don't know who. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
And the other son, so the other son is an actor. They got a movie called The Piano Lesson coming out, I think next Friday.
Mm,
Which is
I'm gonna see
I think
that.
it's a tribute to his mother who was a piano teacher, like a child prodigy and everything. But he was like he gave up. She gave up that dream to hold the family down, basically.
But
So
I
he
think the
always
piano lesson is that a August Wilson play? Forget it.
I might be making stuff up. I don't know. I ain't seen no
I
trailer.
don't know what y'all talking about. I didn't
It's
even know
a
your son's name was John David. I
no.
didn't even
It's
know he had a
but it
son.
is. It's an August Wilson play. Okay. Don't ask me how I
Okay.
know that. Full of useless
Well,
information.
well, maybe he was tying the two together that she did play the piano. And this was his
Yeah.
tribute to her. So um
James Earl Jones was in the original. Yeah.
okay. I never saw
Hmm.
this is the last thing I got to say about John David Washington. One somebody on Twitter said so basically all of his interviews where they talk about his dad, he talks about his mom. And she was like, there is no Denzel Washington without Pauletta Washington. And
Hmm.
she gave up her dream to hold down the family and everything like that. But somebody was like, the reason that he talks about his mom like that is because his dad treated basically her mom. I'm sorry, his dad treated his mom with such respect and everything. He wouldn't be talking
Mm,
about her like that if he didn't see it firsthand from Denzel to
right.
Pauletta. So I thought that was very
I
interesting.
get
It's
it.
very important to yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, how was y'all weekend?
Wait. Two things. I'm sorry. We are going way off. But
Yeah, we
I
are.
thought her name was Paulette. Is Pauletta? I want to get.
I'm
thought
getting a lot of
Paulette.
stuff wrong.
And I thought
Yeah,
you had a black wedding ring. You got a new ring?
me, yeah, folks.
Oh,
That was super random.
When you were talking, I was like, wait, I thought his ring was black. When you get a new ring?
I noticed that before, but it's been a while, right?
Yeah, it's been.
When you get a new ring after the 10 year?
At our 10-year, yeah. I got a new ring.
Okay, maybe I didn't pay
And it's Pauletta.
Oh, it is Pauletta. Okay, Pauletta new ring.
There
Okay.
you go.
Welcome to Butt Actually Decent Podcast. Make sure you
Welcome to Butt Actually
Podcast.
Decent Podcast.
Very random. Very,
Share
very
and like
random.
and John David Washington, if you watching this, come on the show, brother. We would love to talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, John David. With your fine self.
We would love to talk to you.
All right.
See, Danae, you know what?
What was the movie?
Sounded like somebody, auntie, baby, come over
know.
here, baby.
I know, but he also probably a young whippersnapper.
I don't think he that young. I don't think he that young.
So, how was y'all weekend? B.
My weekend was good, and John David Washington is 40. My weekend was good.
Okay.
It was good. Overall, it was good. Spent some family time. That's important. Nobody wins when the family feuds. So
now that's
remember
real.
that. That's Jay-Z. That's what he said. That's what Hov said.
Straight
But it
out
was
the
good. How
ghost
about y'all?
town.
Straight like that.
Okay.
Nay, how about you?
Oh, I'll go next. I had a scrimmage with my program on Saturday, prayer meeting. Very, very eventful day. I thought that I was gonna do stuff on Saturday night and didn't. Went home, got in the bed. Sunday hung out with family. We thought we were going to one restaurant and got there. Do you know they didn't have no liquor license? And the waiter came over and was like, well, can I get you something to drink? And we were like, oh, you got a drink menu? And he was like, and we like, what? He was like,
was this like up north or something?
Tinley Park. I'll let you know where.
I was gonna say, you gotta put that in the group.
I wasn't expecting you to say that.
Yeah. So they changed names. And I think when they changed the name of the restaurant, they may have had to get a new liquor license. And so they didn't have it yet. And so we were like, oh, well, y'all ready?
Okay.
So we
got the way. Let's go.
So we got up out of there, went to a sister restaurant, and they had what we needed. So me and my mama, my sister, my aunt sat there and ate good and laughed and had a good time. Then came on home because I've been warned. Mm-hmm. 8.
That's my favorite auntie, y'all.
Yeah. We had a ball. We ate some crab legs, and these kids, they be getting king crab. It was a table with 2 women.
Nay, I don't want you to say these kids. I don't want you to say that. I don't want you to.
No, I'm not talking about.
No, because you sound like an old ass lady, and you're younger than I am.
No, they were children. And they were
like
eating
10 years old.
Yes. And I'm like, I'm not even eating king crab legs. And they got a table full of them.
They're not paying for it. So
true. But like, what happened to fish sticks? 8. I know.
That.
Trigger.
I did that.
Trigger.
Not anymore. Not anymore. I've grown. Sad? Yes. My daddy made me do this, buy some and the whole thing. But yeah, I realized that it was slave food. But yes. But
How was your
weekend?
Fresh.
It was fresh. So I have on my Howard sweatshirt, not because I went to Howard, but because I was in DC this weekend, or the DMV area. And let me tell you, I had a time. I got to meet my new little cousin, who I absolutely adore, and just was stalking him the whole time I was there. And got to spend time with my cousins, and we did some rich shit. We did some rich shit.
Okay.
Okay.
No, continue, because maybe you'll cover what I'm gonna ask.
Oh. So yeah, so we just did some stuff, saw some things. I had a lot of firsts. I saw Arlena. I got to hang with
Hey, Arlena.
her. Hey Arlena. We
What
went
up, though?
to I went to her show and we connected after. We got together after and we went to dinner at this place called Chaplin's. When you go, you should go there. You would enjoy it.
Okay.
Um, phenomenal espresso martini, FYI. Oh yeah, and I was drinking. But
Oh,
drunk
that
as
was
a
one of my
skunk.
questions.
Drunk
That
as
was
a
one.
skunk. Yes. But yes, you should definitely go there, and I'm gonna send you the other place too. But great weekend. I did not want to come home. I got the plane landed. Thank God for the traveling grace. But I got here. I was like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to
Yeah.
go back to it was so I had a great weekend. A great weekend. I have no complaints. It was just magical. Yes.
Hey.
The
Hey.
Now,
handout is hilarious.
courtside. You were courtside at the Bullets,
I mean I do that.
the Wizards.
Yeah,
They had
I
The
on
do that.
they had
Wizards.
on
It
the
ain't the
bullet.
Bullets
They
no
had on
more.
the bullet uniforms though.
Did
Well, I had
they?
my wrist.
They did.
Wow.
They did.
Yeah,
That's what threw me off.
can I piss you off right quick?
Sure. Didn't enjoy.
I don't even know what was happening. It was just they took us to the because it was a whole thing, and I'm just grateful for the experience and just
Who were they playing?
the Pistons.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Detroit.
Yeah. So we went, and my cousin was like, "All right, you ready? You ready for this?" And I was like, "Yeah. I mean, I have on leather pants, of course, or pleather pants. I'm ready for this."
Mm.
And then they like took us through this, and then we was like downstairs to this bar, and they were like, "Okay, so you want this? You want this?" I was just like, wait a minute, this is too much. It was a very nice experience. We had a good time. I don't know who played. I don't know who won, but I know they were standing in front of me. You know, basketball players are tall. Did you know that?
Yeah. Super
Yeah, they
tall.
tall. Yeah,
I
they
did.
tall. I was like,
Talking about,
woo,
did you know that?
hello, mister. But
Hello,
it was a
mister.
great time. It was a great time. And I yeah, great time. Great time. But yeah, so that's that's what we did. We was courtside.
Hello,
We
mister is funny.
Right. I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm glad you
I had
came
such a
back.
good
I was
time.
worried for a minute that you wasn't gonna get on the
I
plane
was
on
the
purpose.
day when they would take me to the airport. My cousin and his fiance, she my cousin more than he is, but that I love them both. She was like, I was like, oh, we didn't go to that because it was a ramen place we went to last time I went, and I was like, oh, we didn't go to that ramen place. I want to go there. She was like, you can't change your flight. I mean,
Huh?
then I ain't got to go to work. I mean, you might as well just. And I was like,
Wow.
but every time I'm surprised because last time they wouldn't even take me to the airport. I had to get an Uber. They'd be trying to like kidnap me.
Dang.
But yeah, it
They
was
ain't
it was a
wrong.
great time. It was a great time. It was a great time. So I got on my HU sweatshirt. I got this last time I was there, but I felt it was fitting for this episode.
You know?
Yes. But great
I
weekend
want to go
all
back
together.
to DC.
Yeah, it is. It was nice. It's nice. I have no complaints. I have no complaints. And do y'all know
Love
I slept in a mansion.
that.
Okay.
So
That's
just
what's up.
You want to
Just want to
share
let you
more
know.
details or
it's not I tell y'all, but
okay? That's
Offline. Let's
off
get this
yeah,
offline.
conversation.
I tell y'all on our Patreon. Look, I'm preparing for when we get to the
Oh,
I know
Patreon.
that's right.
Every time I hear the
I know
friends
that's
on
yeah.
them
right.
say, I'll be like, "Oh, did they love their Patreon?" But you know,
Yeah.
I got to come over your house and watch
We
it
love it.
because yeah. But
Oh,
I gotta come over your house and watch it.
listen, man, you don't
whatever.
subscribe to Sweet Brown Patreon, and why do you?
Good. I be
I
needing to
love
see.
Patreon.
I
They
be needing
just
to
don't
see.
know how to just say, okay, I'm gonna do. She be like, yeah, because the Johnny Cochran doc. Why are you watching that? Why? 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 Why does this team of attorney? Why? But
Whatever.
yeah,
You know what? That's her
I
business.
it is.
That's her
thank you.
business.
It is.
Thank
That's
you.
her business. All
I
right.
Well,
mean,
I'm
this
Go
was
ahead. What
one
was y'all
hell of
gonna
an
say?
intro. This was one hell of an intro.
I
Because I was about
mean,
to argue with Brian because he was on your side, not my side.
he could be on my side. But anywho, and you mad about it. So this gets us right where we headed.
Nah.
Real bad.
Why you mad?
I'm gonna tag B because he mad about something.
Oh, let me hear this.
And I would love to know what it is.
Same.
Look at that. Look, you can just tell he biting that lip. He mad.
Looking like your daddy boy. Looking just like your daddy boy.
Watch out there now, boy. Hey, watch out there now. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna talk about what y'all mad at. I'm mad at Michael Bolton. I didn't even know this situation happened. So essentially, in I don't know what year it was, but long story short, he stole a Isley Brothers song from 1968.
Which
And
one?
man, not as
No. You don't have to look it up. Go ahead. He gonna look it up.
Yeah,
Our
he stole
phones
the
are gonna be going off
Isley Brothers
shortly.
song. He stole the Isley Brothers song, and he basically was like, so basically Ronald Isley heard the song on the radio. I think this was like in 1990 or 1989, something like that. And he heard the song on the radio. He said, "Oh wow, that's my song. That's all right." Michael Bolton redid it. That's nice. So he went to the record store. Back in the day, they had record stores. Young people that's listening to this went to the record store. That's how we used to get music. And he got it. And he looked at the credits. His name was not on the credits. So he tried to settle it quietly. But then Michael Bolton said, "Oh no, that I didn't even know that was your song." Okay, well, and he didn't try to handle it. So basically, he thought that "For the Love of You" was Whitney Houston's song, and he thought that "Twist and Shout" was the Beatles song. So he was just thinking like, okay, it wasn't that big of a deal, right?
Why would
So
it not be
the
that big of a
lawsuit,
deal if it was?
because he was arrogant. And it's also another point. I'm gonna show you how arrogant he was. The lawsuit started in 1991 and it didn't end until 2000.
Nope.
Ronald Isley was awarded $5.2 million, but before the
Jesus.
judgment, Michael
And then he went to jail.
and then he went to jail for tax evasion. Before the judgment, Michael Bolton said, "Hey, we should really settle this out of court. I'll give you $150,000."
Whoa, whoa, big jump, Bolton.
And then and he said, "I will also perform at your brother's church." So I'll perform at your brother's church.
I don't give a damn, boy. They love to see. Don't be bringing the church into it. And what you gonna see? I'm mad.
How did we get here? Run me my
Michael
money.
Bolton is not a white. He's not a white person for black people. I don't know anybody that loves Michael. Like he thinking that he Bobby Caldwell or Michael McDonald. Bobby Caldwell was like, "Oh, is he black? Is he white?" We didn't even for a long time. A lot of people didn't even know that he was white.
Right. Okay.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
he is that his song?
That's Kenny
Oh
G.
no, I get them mixed up.
Can you do
I
that?
get them mixed up.
How did he? Can you show me one more time, sister?
I can't.
Can you show me one more time, sister?
I thought he was.
That is not the oboe.
That's all. Oh wow. Okay, Michael Bolton. He had long hair too.
He did have
I
long
remember
hair
him.
That's what's throwing
Yeah,
me
but
off.
that's what I'm mad at. How do you think that you just
bastard.
gonna take a song and then you just what are you talking about? You think you just not gonna
'Cause
pay it? That song came out in
let's
like
be honest.
1968.
That's
Wow.
happened. Like that be people be
A
trifling.
dirty dog.
People do be
Apparently
trifling.
He a twin.
He's a twin.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, didn't know that.
Oren
but that's what I'm
Bolton.
mad at, and I'm glad that they had the stamina, they had the money to keep paying lawyers for over 9 years. Because some people just like, I mean, he stole the song, but what can I do about it? I don't got no money like that. You know what I'm saying?
But that was such a big thing, like in music back then, and like a lot of it just
Oh yeah.
never was addressed. Like it just happened, and you just
Hmm.
know they stole your music. But that's like
Like Elvis.
the
Hello, Elvis.
Elvis days, all of that. But like even that one podcast that I'll be sending you, Brian, with I forget what it's called. You know what I'm talking about.
It's the music one.
The music one. They go through like who got the splits and stuff like that. And a lot of times people are not credited for their stuff.
No,
Mhm.
It
no.
is
Business is shady. Hmm.
very gone,
Very
Michael
shady.
Bowden. We don't like you.
Well, fix it. Well, you already fixed it.
Right. Well, did he
It was
fix
out of
it?
your
Oh
will.
no, so he lost. He lost. Okay.
Yeah, you had to pay $5.2 million. Those 2 weeks that I was on jury duty, like I couldn't imagine 9 years in court.
Oh
Like,
no.
what are you talking about?
Mm-mm.
9 years is crazy.
No. No,
Absolutely
no,
not.
no. But they
Absolutely
can't
not.
keep people
Fix it
that
right
long,
now.
can they?
So if it's like a bigger trial, if you're on like a what is it called, like a grand jury, they may meet once a month for like 2 or 3 days out of the month, and then
Okay.
they just keep on going. Like Young Thug trial, that's been going on for
True.
a while. That's been going on for a
That was
long
the
time.
longest trial in Georgia history or
Georgia
something.
history.
Yep. Yep. I saw that
I got
somewhere.
so much to say about that, but for another time.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm mad at. Adrian, do you have a wellness tip? Adrian?
Before that,
Oh.
you know, we're gonna have to set some boundaries here because that says
Oh,
Adrian.
it does
Adrian,
not.
what you
It
Adrian? That's what
Adrian.
it say. Graduate from Howard.
uh,
I'm speaking it.
Ooh. Now that's funny, Big. That's funny.
Kevin Hart ain't that
I
funny.
missed it.
Anyway, my wellness tip was actually something that I had to tell myself this morning, and I've carried it throughout the day, is to be nice to your nervous system. I feel like there's so many situations throughout the day that we go through that get us what I read somewhere about being emotionally hijacked. And like be nice to your nervous system. I was having a pocket. I actually have been, just to be completely honest, I've just been not feeling the best since I came back, honestly. Like I was just like I don't like this. I was complaining. And I had to say, you know what, be nice. So then today I was like, you know what, we're going to find something, and what we all have our things. Like for me, mine was to listen to selection because I love selection. So mine was to listen to a selection track while I showered and brushed my teeth and flossed. And now I'm drinking wine out of a straw. But just finding something to be nice to your nervous system, because you can't control what's going to happen with work, school, the person on the next lane on the highway, whatever. But try and be nice to your nervous system. That's what I told myself today, and that's what I'm telling you guys, that we can do that. So before we spaz out, like, you know, we're breathing podcast, and you know we're gonna breathe, and we're going
Wow.
to try our best to be nice to our nervous system, and that would be my wellness from Adrian today on the But Actually Decent podcast. So yes, let's be nice to our nervous system. Calm down, little baby, calm down, take a couple deep breaths, and you know we're gonna roll with it. So that would be my wellness tip to me that I'm sharing with y'all. Let's be nice to your nervous system.
Thank
What
you.
advice would you give to people that want to calm down, but they're in like a sea of just maybe a stressful time at work, or they can't escape it? Like how do you help them?
I'm no one's doctor or anything, but just based on my life experiences, don't nobody go in the bathroom with you. Don't nobody, like, sometimes you just you got to take advantage of those spaces. Like I get it with work,
Yeah.
it'd be crazy, people be crazy, but if you go in the bathroom, you know what? Maybe take 20 seconds to look at a funny video clip, because I save all the stuff that make me happy and speaking of my trip to the DMV this weekend, like I've watched the videos of like certain stuff that we did, and I was just like, oh, so like little stuff like that. And granted, it won't change what's going on, but that'll give you some kind of something. So that's what I would tell somebody if they're like, there's so much going on, this going on, work is this, my family's this, like find something. Unless you just want to stay there, because we talked about that too. Some people you just want to be mad, and that's okay. But don't act like you don't know you want to be mad. No, because you got to feel it. Like I'm in the season where I'm like, you know what? We just gonna feel these feelings, and this is what we feeling. But then it's like, okay, so all right, you felt it.
At
so
some point, it gotta end.
Yeah, it can't rain forever.
Yeah.
I had a moment today where I needed to run out and leave work and go to Walgreens or something and stop and got some gas. And I got back to the school and I was like, I'm gonna just stay in my car for like 20 minutes and just I'm gonna just stay right here. And it was okay. I needed 20 of them things. Minutes.
Right. He said 20 seconds.
Matter of fact,
like 20 minutes.
I see y'all tomorrow.
Okay. You know what? Better yet, I will catch y'all in 25.
Yeah, I did that. And I made it through.
Yeah,
I made it through, but I can,
And it's something about fresh air. It's something about fresh air.
Yes.
It's
especially at this time of the year. Like it's hard being indoors and there's no sunlight. And today it was more
getting
cold,
dark at 2 o'clock.
and it was like, yes, it's starting to snow.
Y'all saw them snow clouds. Them snow clouds were setting up today.
It was snowing out here.
It was happening.
It wasn't by me. Oh, yeah.
It was a thing.
Dang. Yeah. Well, we gonna. That's why you gotta come to the But Extra Decent podcast, because we're gonna have fun and warm moments to battle this while you pull up your blanket. Wow.
I hear the heat on, but I need a little extra.
I hear you, sister.
You offering wisdom?
I am. Real quick too. Bow. BZ offers wisdom. So I came across an article where, and I don't know how true this is, but Caesar from Black Ink Crew says that VH1 made $1.2 billion and the cast didn't even get 1% of it. But my thing is not necessarily, siding with him or whatever the case. I don't have a dog in the fight, but dang, and that's not a low blow because that's the reason he got fired, because he was like, he hit a dog or something. That wasn't. But anyway, the person said, y'all got to stop.
We said you be instigating. You do be instigating, though. You do. You really do.
The person said, y'all got to stop signing deals without getting lawyers to read over them. SMH. Listen, okay. A corporation like VH1 has a whole army of lawyers. Even if you get a great lawyer from Harvard, guess what? Chances are he was in the same class as the other people. The lawyers that are on the other side that gave you the contract, chances are they went to school together. They're networking together. So I guess my point is, you want to do your due diligence, but at some point it's just like this. It is what it is. I can't really. This is the best offer that I can get. It's a lot of money, and I'm gonna go ahead and take it. And it's really not about your worth. It's about what you negotiate. But sometimes negotiations are kind of like out of your league. If a job is paying $65,000 and you come in and you say, well, I really want 85 and I want extra vacation days, they're gonna be like, okay, that's great. That's not what we're offering.
Cool. No. Not here though.
That's right. Let me know when you
deserve that, king. You deserve that, king, but just not here.
Next, brother, can you come over here from the interview room?
Who willing to take that 65?
I do it for 55 and pack a knife.
Right.
So yeah, this whole whatever you're doing, it's all rigged. It's only so much that you could do. I don't even know if my point was really clear at this point, but I just get it's just that y'all got to stop signing deals without lawyers. What, like, a lot of people in the music industry, they be getting lawyers and they still be getting like took. So
Yeah.
it's what it's
I mean,
never
because
meant to like work for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're trying to get the most out of you, but also they have the platform to do it. You ain't got no platform.
and they all in bed together anyway.
Mhm.
They all in bed together.
Mhm.
So
So
basically, I
Mhm.
really don't know what my point is. I guess that was
right.
really what y'all mad at.
Protect your
Really,
neck.
part two.
Protect your neck is what it is.
Protect your neck.
Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, yeah. All right, we're gonna get into the meat of the podcast.
We have
Right on,
talked
my
about
sister. Pass it to you.
everything.
Everything. Right, right.
You know what? Because we recording on a different day than we usually record, so
Yeah, that's
we
throwing us
just
off.
yeah.
But
So
let me
we'll
tell you
Yeah.
how I listened to the last week's episode, and you too can listen to it. It's on Pot and Color on YouTube. I listened to last week's episode, and when I tell you, I was like cracking up when I was cracking up. I was like, Danae, that auntie, like, I really feel like even though
Ooh.
we didn't have, like, we were all over the place when we first came on this episode, but like listening to it at work, and like you said,
Mhm.
if you're in a crazy situation where work is crazy, and if you got an AirPod and you listening to that, you gonna be able to get through it because you like,
Yeah.
what is wrong with them? Like it's hilarious. I appreciate it. So I'm looking forward
Crazy
to listening to
people.
this episode already. Yes,
I
yes.
sent the clip to my cousins. They was like, "No, for real, it happened just like that." I'm like, "Exactly, it did." But the episode is on me this week.
Woo.
And I guess the overarching I think the reason I felt the need for a episode like this was because we kind of just hopped into this thing. Like we just showed up one day and just started, right? Like we know the connections between the three of us. And like the people that are closest with us and love us know that. But general public and our new people that are watching and um just
Right.
the audiences that we are headed towards need to kind of know a little bit about us and our personality and things like that. So I just wanted to talk. In preparing for today's episode, um I was just in my research bag and like doing all of this stuff. And I had the idea, we are of the magazine culture. So do you all remember like when magazines used to have like those little mini quizzes in them and
Mm-hmm.
you would
Yeah.
like figure out what category you fell in and so many different things. So like I like that was in my mind. And so I was looking for something similar to that to kind of like explain our personalities. But as I started doing it, it seemed just very, very official, right? So like there's the Myers-Briggs personality test.
Mhm.
That is, are you all familiar with that?
I am.
Yeah. Oh, oh wow.
Just kidding.
Oh,
Kidding. Just
wow.
kidding.
So that is one of the more popular ones. But it's very long and it's not free and it's hard to find an
Mhm.
abbreviated version of it. So I was like, yeah, no. And then I found another one that was put on by like this research company or whatever. Big Five personality traits. The Big Five personality test measures agreeableness, consciousness, extroversion, openness, and stress tolerance.
Mm.
Um,
Mm.
but also, and like these things, I can send them just as resources if anyone wants to take them later. But that just seemed like it was not going to be it would be a lot of just kind of talking and writing and wouldn't really generate a lot of discussion.
Okay.
So I just kind of want to go through some different categories of questions that can speak a little bit about each one of our different personalities for our audiences so they can just get to know a little bit about us, right?
Okay.
So,
Okay.
my categories are personal preferences, decision making, social dynamics, creative thinking, stress and challenges, and values and priorities. So,
Okay.
I'll start with the first category, personal preferences. So, What is your go-to comfort activity after a stressful day? I know mine
Take a
is
nap.
trash TV, brainless activity, Zeus Network. Uh, what's the
Wet.
other one? Uh, Jocelyn bopped her in her head that last time. Now that's TV. I don't know if you all are familiar, but even worse.
I don't know about
Um,
that one.
you shouldn't. Uh,
You a little
they
too in the trenches for me.
oh, it's bad. They have a show where all of the girls are in wheelchairs, and it's just like baddies.
That's
Um,
crazy.
I'll send y'all a clip. Yep. Don't even. Don't even. Don't even. Um, I'm also a come home and clean. I don't know. I like my space to be nice. It's just part of it feels comfortable for me. So like if I come home and my house is a mess, the first thing I generally will do is pop on some trash TV and do a little cleaning.
Mhm.
What about you guys? Comfort activities after a stressful day. How do you de-stress?
Mhm. So I think mine would be that I would like to wash the day off because I can get lost in the shower. I like to wash the day off and like put on some comfortable clothes, like how I put this sweatshirt on. Like even if I have a sweatshirt with the only picture that I have of me as a kid, and like when I wear it, I just feel like warm and fuzzy kind of thing. So I'll put on some stuff that make me feel happy. I'll go to the candy store that you got to be a certain age to go to.
Oh.
I will get lost on TikTok.
Oh yeah,
Get
that's
lost on
mine.
TikTok.
Yeah.
I will,
That's
cause
definitely mine.
I will get lost on TikTok for sure,
Yeah.
and then be like, "Whoa, Adrian, you have to do something else." Now I feel bad, so I'm like journaling or something because I feel like I just
Because
wasted
it's
so
3
much
hours
time on
later.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I'm like, wait, so did y'all know? Like, I'm
Yeah.
him. I'm him.
Have y'all ever got the thing on TikTok that's like, "Hey, is everything all right over there? You've been here for a while." Have you
I
ever
think I
seen
blocked
that?
that.
I
Yeah, I
have
blocked
gotten
it.
that. Like,
I've never seen that.
it's a
I'm like,
thing.
don't tell me
TikTok
what to
will
do.
exactly.
Right.
Look,
The screen
scroll.
time notification on Sunday, I'm always
Right.
like, I don't care what you say. I don't care how long I was doing it. You don't pay this bill.
Right. Mind your
Right.
Cool.
Mind you,
business.
this my phone.
Yeah,
Be
so
yours is
that would be mine for sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Brian, you said
scrolling for sure.
scroll. Yeah.
Especially on
Okay.
TikTok, because it's very niche. Very niche.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You're like, I didn't know I like hippopotamus so much.
No. Mudane. He is so cute. All right, personal preferences. Quick. Morning person or night owl?
Morning person.
Morning person.
Yeah.
Ooh, night owl. Mm-mm. I don't like to talk until it's noon. Um, when you travel, do you prefer exploring cities or relaxing in nature? And in nature or in um comfortable situations?
It depends on the crowd for me. Because
If you're
typically
just by yourself.
if I'm by myself, if I'm in Bali, because I'm going to Bali, if I'm in Bali, then I want to see all the things.
Okay.
I want to go and I want to be with the locals and I want to do all the things. Like that would be. But if I'm in a group, like I remember we went on a cruise, my family and I was like, I left my sister and they was out because I wanted to go. It was a mixer they was having, and my sister was like playing. I said, I don't need y'all. Like, and I went by myself and met some people and like was at the club with them. Like, it was such a good time. But I be wanting to do stuff because I ain't come here to sit and sleep. I want to let's see what's happening.
Yeah, sit and sleep. Oh, I came in.
Yeah, you was sitting sleep for sure. Oh, Danae, remember I left you in the hotel?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't be a good friend when I bring the
And
stuff
I
back
was
up.
like,
We was in Vegas. She was sick. I went down to the gift shop. I came back upstairs like, okay, so here's this.
He came up
I'm
with
going
ice
to the
cream.
rooftop. I
Right.
see you later.
I'm on my
I'll be back in a little
deathbed.
bit. Check
I
on
bought her
you.
everything she needed. She came
All
up there.
right.
I'm glad I did that. I was like, Mitchell, can I get another? I am not here to be watching. Ooh,
It's like,
Terrible.
Trayvon Martin.
Right.
Yeah, that was me. I was kicking it, but Danae was in there crying because that was during the Trayvon Martin trial. R.I.P. Trayvon Martin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Big.
I am a good mix. I'm not try. I don't like traveling with people who have to have something for every 30 minutes of. Don't no. That's not my type of person. It's like, oh yeah, we when's the next time we gonna come? Calm down. Calm down.
Yeah.
That's you. Is that you?
Well. And actually, so that video that I sent both of y'all was actually kind of inspired. It inspired this
Oh, the type A and the
yes,
right.
personality,
Oh, okay,
right? So would you rather plan details of a vacation or go with the flow? And I just need to know what time the flow starts. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to know. I don't like winging it. I don't know how to wing it. I don't know how to just like figure things out as we are going. And I know that there is a time and there is a place for plans. I am okay with saying this is a relaxing day, right? So
there you go.
on a relaxing day, people relax how they want to relax. But I need to know if this is the day that we chilling or if this is the day that we have dinner plans and we want to do this. Just give me a loose plan. And I'll make the loose plan. I'll make a detailed plan and a loose plan, but there needs to be a plan for me. And y'all want to fight about it?
And what about it?
I don't even.
What?
I always say Danae probably gonna say something, but let's just do it anyway. She'll come around,
Exactly.
or
You don't
leave
care
you,
about me.
or one of the two.
You do not care about me.
I do. I just be wanting to kick it.
Y'all
Nah.
planners are flow folks.
I'm a flow. I'm a flow for sure. I'm a flow for
Yeah.
sure.
I think
Yeah.
I
It's
think
funny.
when I saw the video of the type A versus type B, I found myself smack dab in the middle. I'm a type AB.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to
Mhm.
have a super detailed plan or a loose plan. It's like, okay, cool. I mean, what I would like to, if I go travel somewhere, like I would like to go see the city like at least a little bit. We can't be in the bed like all day for all 3-4 days. Like that's kind of like a waste. You was like, I went to
Yeah.
sleep in Houston and then I was there. You at least have to, at least if you go out for dinner each day or something, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Mm.
Don't you even lie. Don't you
I-
even lie. Don't
I
you even do it.
do want to sightsee, right? I want to get out. I don't want to necessarily be in a room. I just need to know where and how we getting there
And for how long?
and how we getting back
Mm-hmm.
and what
That's
do I need to
important
wear
though.
and
Yeah.
just things surrounding it. Whatever.
But let me
We
ask you
talking
this.
about our personalities. We
That's
different. It's
okay.
okay.
If you
I don't
if you
wanna
have a
fight
plan, this is my sister. If you do have a plan,
Right.
and then let's say you got something all the way up until like 3 o'clock or something, and then somebody in your group says, "Oh, we just saw a flyer for this. Let's go over here." Are you kind of like, well, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I can handle it. I can handle it, right? I will. Even that, like, don't just come and say, I don't know what we're doing. We just going. If you come with a plan, okay. Now, how much? Where's the pickup?
Mhm.
And how long does this last? And then I also reserve the right to say, I don't want to do that. And that's where it can get tricky based on different people's personalities, right? So, like, I know when I go with Adrian probably don't know what airline we fly, and he don't know what gate. He don't know where we staying.
It's not just
He don't
me.
know. Well, you know, And that just ain't gonna work for me anymore at this point in my life. But you know, that doesn't mean that I can't travel with Adrian. It just means we
I'm
on
better.
different. We're on
But you gotta
different
be the mama.
plans.
You gotta be the mama because
No, I don't got to. I don't
I
want
be
to.
wilding. I be wanting you to do
That's a
stuff.
shift supervisor.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Whatever.
I'm like, I know this
Okay.
man.
Next category. Decision making. So, how do you make your decisions? So, do you rely more on logic or gut instinct when you are making decisions?
Adrian, you go first.
So I feel like mine has changed because before I was just rolling on gut instincts and be like, okay, this just feels that. But like now I'm learning because there's a thing something I read about like lizard brain kind of thing. And it's like a thought process where you're kind of just like you just kind of going, if I'm not mistaken. But like now I'm more so like, okay, wait, so if we do this could happen, that could happen, this could happen. Or if we don't do like, so I'm more so there where I'm going for like logic. I think that works better for me, especially at this point in my life. And I will also say that same logic, it might be logic to me. And to somebody else to be like, but wait, that don't make sense. I'm like, yes, it do. All I gotta do is blah blah blah. But so it kind of depends on, but it's the logic. It's just sometimes people agree, and sometimes I'm just like, yeah, you ain't wrong. I don't even listen up. But yeah, so if I say I had to choose between the two, I would say logic instead of
logical. Nate, what about you? Well, I know
definitely more logic.
I was about to say, we could have skipped past that because
the people don't know. The people don't know.
No, they don't. I mean, I am a poster child type A person, but yeah. So if it don't make sense, it ain't gonna happen out of me. Yeah, it's just not.
Now fix it.
And don't come over here when it go wrong, because I told you. But I'm getting better with that. I'm getting better with that because don't nobody want to hear that. And that ain't my place all the time. Do it need to be said? Doesn't need to be said by me. Doesn't need to be said right now. That's my filter. Okay. Scale it back and let people do their thing. Everybody don't have to move like you. But I'm learning and I'm working on it. So
I salute you.
Thank you.
I commend you, my sister.
Yeah, my sister, my black queen.
Thank you. A melanated queen.
You hear me? You be winning with the shows.
Educated.
Every week. I love them.
Educated, motivated, elevated, and melanated. I'm not motivated.
Participate.
Brian, what are you?
Okay.
You a logic or a gut emotions based making decisions?
I'm pretty logical. For the most part. If it yeah. The time that I could think about using my gut is like procrastination, which is not logical at all. But sometimes we get like that. But most times I would say about 90% logical. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Last one for decision making. How do you handle conflicts? Do you address them head on or do you let them settle naturally with time?
I like to address them head on.
Yeah, you just go straight to it, huh?
Listen, we need to talk about this right now.
Do you?
2 seconds after it happened, we need to talk about this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I just feel like when I was a banker, my manager said something that stuck with me. He said the best way to deliver bad news is straight. And I just kind of head on and straight, really. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to try to fluff it and the person that's receiving the bad news will respect you, whatever part of life you're in. Hey, I really don't like how we got this set up right now. And I'm gonna just let you know, it might hurt your feelings, whatever the case. Not saying that it needs to be like so blunt to the point where it's like you don't have to be mean about it, but just straight up, and the other person can respect you. Because I feel like just leaving it up in the air is leaving too much space, too much time for like bad things to happen. Because we all think a lot. If you text somebody, they don't text you back, but then you see that they made a Facebook post. We've all had that, like, I text you,
Oh, so you up here
and then
putting posts on us.
don't let 2 days go by. So you've been up here posting on Facebook and talking to your other best friends. What's going on? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so it's me, huh?
Right.
You said the key word right there. Your other best friend. That's gonna start fight.
Right.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
We weren't even trying to get here.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't even trying to get here. I don't know how we landed here.
Oh.
I'm gonna take a drink to that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Apple cider.
If I just feel like if you
Cabernet.
let things settle. This H2O. If you just let things settle, you're just hoping something bad happens. I just think that if you just leave it in the air forever.
So this is heavy for me. But excuse me. I saw a quote of this sister on Instagram. Didn't they love when I said that? This sister on Instagram, she said if you don't change it, you're choosing it. And I heard
I
that.
agree
I was
with
like,
that.
wow. And that's so true and so profound. But I feel like for me, and I'm unpacking what it is that, because I would like to kind of let it settle a little bit. I don't always want to go head on. Like it's gonna really have to take me there for that to happen. But for most, can be like, I don't want to work out. They'll see that, or I'll see. And then it never does. It never does. But I just do it. That may be a trauma response. I don't know. But I feel like I'm. That's just what I am. Yeah, I'm more of like a try and let it settle kind of guy. That's me. Yeah. That's my truth.
I was just gonna say a real quick point to that. I remember Ayanla said they don't see it how you see it. So it's like, they'll understand where I was coming from, and
Not
it never
on
even
my
got
watch.
it never even got communicated. How are they going to see it how you see it? It's not going to happen.
I really do. I love y'all.
And you know what? I don't know why I'm so heavy on this tonight. I don't know why. I got the mic like Jimmy Early right now.
Say the people.
Wow. Oh man, I read something on Twitter and it was, dang, I forgot it. But I don't know. It'll come back to me. Nay, you go ahead. How do you like to handle things?
I weirdly enough, I just think things work themselves out.
Oh my God.
I know. Like it depends. It depends on how complex or like who the conflict is with. Because like a lot of times if I'm letting it work out on its own, it might not be important enough for me to like address head on. But then I would prefer for someone to come to me and try to address it sometimes rather than me starting the conversation, because for as much shiggity as I talk, it's hard for me to say how I feel just outright. I'm worried about how it lands on people. Am I saying it right? And yeah, so I'm more conscious of the other person than I am for myself. So that causes me to like not deflect, but not necessarily do things head on, right? Like I'm very hopeful that like it'll just work out.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew. All right. Social dynamics.
Social media. I need a break. That was a hard question.
No, it was. But like this, like I think the beauty in this activity is like it does speak a lot to your personality, right?
Yeah.
Because this is how you make decisions, no matter how small it could be. Am I gonna stop here, or am I going to like what's next in my life? Right. So like there's a range of decisions that we make on a day-to-day that for the most part we generally are going to make them the same way because that's just in us. But it's just a part, it is filling in the puzzle pieces for kind of who we are. So social dynamics, next category. This might be a little bit easier. Do you thrive in large social gatherings or one-on-one interactions? One-on-one. For me, I am. Yeah. So, do you thrive in large social gatherings or one-on-one? One-on-one interactions, I feel more comfortable saying things. I'm not one to jump out in a crowd and kind of show who I am or even share an opinion, or I don't feel like my presence is large enough, or maybe I hide my presence because I do think I have big presence, but when I'm in large situations, it just kind of goes internal. But when I'm one-on-one, or I've been told that like I never would have thought you were like this, but people don't get to know me until it's in smaller situations because I just will just melt.
I think for me, I want to be a one-on-one. That's what I want to be, but no one else agrees. Like I feel like people always it's almost like a say something funny, and I'm just like I remember Danae used when she like back because she's been teaching in education for 900 years, but we went to something and she was like, "Why are you?" And I was just sitting there like, "I am breathing fast," but it was just like a thing of, "Ma'am, let me." But that's a thing. So I'm working through that now because I realized that you get a lot when you actually have a conversation with somebody. Like you get so much when you show up, and like you don't even. It's not about like being the Beyonce, but it's just about you got to show up, and I'm working through that because I want to be like able to go into a space by myself, but like sometimes like even when we went out this weekend, and I was like. Every time somebody would try and make, because I went down to the nightclub. Every time somebody would try and make eye contact with me, I was like, they would do this, and it's me. I'm like, and my cousin was like, "What's wrong with you? You don't see these people looking at you?" I said, "I don't care about none of these people." Our leader was like, "So who do you want me to?" I said, "Nobody. You don't have to say anything to nobody. I don't want." But again, if I would have just let smidge of Adrian out, that would have been good. So that's something I'm working on. This episode is really, I feel attacked. Like I feel like because y'all be sitting there as a musical podcast, y'all like got something against me, and we're gonna talk about this when we get offline.
Not at all.
Because I no, but I'm not. I'm just obviously just kidding. But like this is really helping me because like these are things that so much that has been coming up, and I'm just like, what? I don't know. And then you get, what do you think about what kind of, how do you handle stuff? And I'm just like, y'all don't want to talk about nothing fun. But yeah. So,
this ain't fun.
This is hitting me all in the stomach.
No, I think what it is,
but
and this might be true for all of us.
Yeah.
This might be true for all of us, is like your desired personality is not necessarily how you are moving about the excuse me.
God
Mind you, this is my computer. You ain't got to be cussing me out.
I
Like
mean,
this.
just slam it, but you know, oh,
I'm
wow.
speaking to me too. Like
You are helping. You helping me. I'm not. I ain't even. I can't even front. You helping me. Go ahead.
Okay.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, we just sometimes you think that you're being perceived one way, or you think you're giving one thing, and it's like, no, you're not. And until you step back and think about it, you really and you're honest with yourself, you may not really know what's going on. Brian, you thrive in large social gatherings or one-on-one interactions?
Do I thrive? Probably thrive in one-on-one interactions with like small groups, one-on-one type of thing. But I can definitely survive in a bigger group, especially if we are there for like, I mean, that's why you would be with a big group if you're there for the same reason, essentially. But yeah, making small talk with people, which I know how much you love that, Danae.
So much.
He loves it so much. He's loves it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely do that. Over the years, I've realized who is my mother. And so I'm like, wow. And it just comes out of me. And I'll just be like, wow, this is, but yeah, I remember I said that to her. She was like, yeah, but I got to realize who my daddy is. And her dad was the same life of the party, like same way. You know what I'm saying? So
you don't feel like your daddy be the life of the party?
If he know you, he's definitely one-on-one. Like, but if it's a lot, not really. Not really. He'll speak and everything like that, but yeah, my mama she gonna start it and shut it down.
Yeah,
listen here.
Yeah, she definitely is.
For sure.
Okay. Definitely.
Love her.
Yeah. Let's do two more. There's a lot of the other categories we aren't going to get to, but maybe we can come back to this later. Part 2.
Yeah, I like it.
When you meet new people, do you start a conversation with them, or do you wait for them to approach you? And Adrian, you kind of just talked about this.
I be sitting up in my room, waiting on you to say something to me.
Same.
Yeah.
Waiting Brian, for them to say something to you. I'll start it.
Yeah. That is.
Yeah, I'll start it.
I mean,
so why do you feel? Let's talk about that, because I've always, even in like,
oh, you ain't gonna cuss me out.
No. I'm not cussing you. Shut up. I just really want to know like what you think, because I feel like me and Danae on the same page with that. But like when I think about like, even if I'm like interested, like if I'm somewhere and I see somebody and I think they're attractive and I want to say something to them, I never have. That's never been my thing. For 37 years, I've never done it. Actually, I take it back. I can think of one time I did it. And then it was like, they responded, and I was like, oh shit, what am I supposed to say now? And so, but I want to know what y'all think.
Bless
that,
the Lord.
Yeah, like what is that? Is that a confidence thing?
I don't want to try to assign anything to it. I think it's just because honestly, I don't. Sure, it might be confidence, but it might be a comfort thing. It might be you haven't had a lot of practice doing it. Like it could. I think it could be a whole bunch of different factors that contribute to. Like for me, I am afraid that I'm going to say something, like something's going to come out wrong, or like, and this actually happened the other day. We had a work gathering, and someone, a significant other of someone that I work with that I have heard a lot about, came over to greet me, and I was eating, and so I had just like ate my, whatever. And she reached her hand out in intrusive thoughts, right? I was like, oh my God, I just licked my hand. I was like, I just licked my fingers. And she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, oh my God.
Girl, I'm sorry.
And she was like, it's nice to meet you too. And I was like, what did I just do? Like, it's so like, I don't know where it came from. Like, it was me thinking, like, okay, she's going to feel that I just licked my finger, so let me get ahead of it by saying it. But
Yeah.
also, when you got ahead of it, now awkward black girl moment. And I just was like, I'm gonna leave now. Like, I just don't wanna. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? I think that a reason that I do say stuff to people, I remember like in high school, like from freshman to senior year. Freshman year, it was some people that we just didn't talk to because it was like four elementary schools basically come together in a high school, and then other people too. So our like freshman year, stuff like that, I would see people that I didn't know that went to other elementary schools. But by senior year, like senior year is when we started getting cool with some people, and then you just like, I just wasted 3 years. That's
Yeah, we could have
crazy.
been homies.
Like we got so much in common. This is crazy.
Yeah.
How come we didn't talk? Like, so I just exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Can you
sometimes I just-
imagine?
Yeah. It'd be like that. Mm-hmm.
That would have been a thing if you and I were a fourth of our friendship now.
For sure. We would have.
crazy.
Yeah. All right. Last one. What's more fulfilling for you? Helping someone solve a problem or cheering them up after a problem?
More fulfilling.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm a cheering them up kind of guy. Because I just feel like it's always a solution. Like I may not be the best with like in the thick of it, but like, okay, but maybe that goes back to me letting stuff settle. Oh God, this
Don't
episode
overthink
is
it.
too much.
Don't overthink it.
Guess I'm not
Don't-
going to sleep tonight.
I'm sorry.
so when
No,
that happened
no,
when
no,
I was
this-
8, that really was me manifesting. When oh my god,
Listen. No, but I'm only. This is all so good and helping me for sure. But that is me.
Yeah, right.
Wow. I feel attacked.
I prefer to help someone with a problem. Because I just have a hard time in the aftermath of conflict, right? So like I just know how to offer solutions, aka being a solutionist. So it's hard in the aftermath. Like if someone's crying, I don't know
You
what
don't
to
do good with
do
people.
or say. I don't. I really don't. Like,
stop
so I'm like,
crying. It's gonna be
you
okay.
hungry? Yeah.
You're like, who is that running down the street? That's Danae. Like
Me.
Danae does not
I don't do well.
I'm gonna just run out real quick. I'll be right back.
like Pete on the Cosby. Danae,
Yeah.
that is, I know that for sure.
Yeah. But I will brainstorm with you. I will get in the mud with you. I will. But the aftermath is just not my. I mean, and it's not that I'm not sensitive to it. That's just not my strong suit.
Yeah.
So I want
Yeah.
to cheer you up. I'll send you some Uber Eats.
Yeah. I was like, woo, child.
That's funny.
Wow. What about you, B?
I want to be a solutionist with somebody who wants a solution. So I have to be a little bit of both, because you can like it's not good to have too much of anything, and we could be logical to a fault. It's like, why are you spending $5 on a cookie? I am sad right now. Okay, that's really what you need to be saying to that person, instead of being so logical. Like, that crumble cookie. Now whatever. It was $20 or something. Maybe you shouldn't have spent that, but you know what I'm saying. Understanding what they went through to even get there. And you can't provide a solution to somebody who just kind of want to sit in it.
True.
So
That's true.
a little bit of both. I'm with it all. I want it all.
Okay.
Brand new socks and drawers.
Brand new socks and drawers. I don't know about nobody. I said mine. I said I would.
Oh,
I'm
did
more
you?
like-
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I said I would.
Yeah, he
be
did.
more like a to motivate you like after it or whatever. But I was just gonna say, and I'm not even being funny. Like I be talking shit. I know y'all do. Y'all do be ganging up on me. But this episode has really, really like. This, I needed. You don't understand how, and I'm not even. You would have never. But like for real, today I was like even to the point like before we were recording, and I had to help my niece with her homework, and I was like, if she play that 1+1 is 7 thing, I'm whooping her ass. Is what I told myself. When I
No.
tell you, she was like breezing through. She said, "Oh, Uncle Pooties, all you gotta do is." I said, "Okay, girl, you can get two fruit snacks. Teeth gonna be riding, but whatever."
No.
But this helped. This was I'm for real.
Did it help to settle you a little bit, or at least?
Oh no, not at all. I'm digging so deep, but not. It's not in a bad way because I'm unpacking it. That's who I do. That's who I am, and so it's definitely helping me. But I have and I want to do those. And you got to put in the link too, because what if somebody else that's listening want to hear about some
We
different
surely
studies?
can.
We grown. We grown. We gotta figure this shit out. We gotta
I
figure this.
mean, and I also think it's nothing more powerful than knowing who you are, right? Like you know
Yeah.
who you are when you step into a room. You know what you're good at. You know what you're not so good at. And you just know how to move about spaces a little bit easier when you are one again able to be honest with yourself about you. But also not take like when asking these questions, we all naturally were like, well, me and Brian align on this, and you like we look for our tribe and things, but there's still a lot of nuance to how people interact. Even if we could agree that okay, we all want to cheer somebody up, our methods in doing so speak more specific to who we are than just necessarily wanting to cheer people up. So I thought this was a good way for us to share with the audience who we are. Like we just popped up on y'all YouTube and just start talking about spatchcock chicken. And now,
oh my goodness.
so now you know a little bit about us. There's so much to us. I think that's what makes this so fun, and that's what can make this such a dynamic show. But we are just all trying to make it and trying to be the best us that we could be. In the year of our Lord 2024. So thank you all for obliging. Exactly. Whoo. And we still ain't, and we ain't, but y'all better keep y'all head up. Okay.
So, keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah. So am I taking us out? Any final thoughts?
Take us out.
All right, y'all. Know yourself. And I guess I wanted to end with like 3 words that describe your personality, but we can come back to that. We can add that in the part 2. But for our listening audience, listen to what feels right to you, what feels like your personality is what's natural to you. Like you don't have to force anything, you don't have to try to be something that you're not. Do your thing, be you, and that's how you get actually decent, or you be actually decent. Come back and watch us next week. Well, we gotta talk about what next week will look like because it is the holiday season. But we'll see. We'll see y'all soon.
We will see.
Okay?
We will see. And if you need something to listen to, we have all our episodes on YouTube.
Go
so
back.
Please take a listen. Take a listen.
Yeah.
Take a look. And get into it with your favorite cousins. I like that.
Episode 21. We legal.
And we can get. Oh, that's why I was drinking today. Like Kaya, because she gonna drink her drink out of a straw.
We'll see y'all for Deuce. That's coming up.
Those.